both of these organizations coming together really benefits the students in a unique way, because not only are they part of the fabric of New York as individual institutions, but they each bring their own expertise to the program. One of the great things about this program is we're not just a conduit for curators, we're not just a conduit for museum educators. We make sure that all of our students are well-rounded so that they can go on to a variety of cultural institutions and do the jobs they want. We also have students who have gone on to do PhDs in history, who have gone on to work in development in social justice environments. So not just necessarily the museum world, they're taking this knowledge and applying it into a wide variety of opportunities for them.
What we've tried to do with this program is show the myriad ways that people work in museums, be it in education, in public programming, in other aspects of reaching out to the public. Finance, too, very important aspect of the museum operation. We needed to broaden the way that people learn about museums and are trained to work in museums, and broaden these constituencies, which would only improve the museum project writ large.
We want as many of our students out in the work world as possible. A student can complete at a reasonable pace, because we have to keep in mind that most of our students, if not all of our students, are working adults. The thing that's really beneficial for our students is if their work gets busy or their life gets busy, because they are adults, they have adult issues, they can slow down or speed up the program as they see fit. So the flexibility of the program is one of its real benefits for our student body.
I've always had an interest in history and in the way that art and history can be communicated to the public. When I found this program and discovered that it was a partnership between the New York Historical Society and CUNY, two institutions that I really value, it immediately sort of rose to the top for me as something that I was interested in pursuing. The flexibility of the program, the ability to do it around my work. I travel a lot for work. My schedule is sort of irregular. And so the ability to integrate this program in a way that can fit inside of the crevices that I have in my existing professional adult life really made it possible for me.
Something like 60% of our students are over the age of 25. So we're talking about people who have other obligations and who couldn't engage in a master's program without the flexibility.
The fact that it is completely online is extremely helpful, because I also teach students online and in person. Part of what I'm interested in doing is public history. I'm really interested in memorials and how we memorialize the past in particular. My research is on slavery. And so what I hope to do with museums is to be a guest curator for certain aspects of research that I've already worked on, and other ways in which museums want to diversify what they teach and the exhibits that they bring. And so I want to be a part of that.
Representation is everything, so we have to make sure that our faculty is well balanced and the experts that we bring in for our students are well balanced, and that our student body is well balanced, and that all of those things come together to create a dialogue that doesn't go one way. This isn't about necessarily just the conveyance of knowledge from our incredibly experienced faculty who have a tremendous amount to offer, but also from our incoming students who have very different perspectives.
The aspiration is to train new practitioners in the field, and I think that we are making an effort to diversify that field, as I said, but also to teach our students what it's like to really work on the ground.
I'm a sociologist and I study race and culture, and I really wanted to have a better understanding of history in the context of public history and how it's shown. The connection with the New York Historical Society was key because they have collections, and I was really interested in the collections that the Historical Society has, but I also take students to museums in my classroom. So the marriage of the two was more important for me.
As I said, what was really important for me here was the relationship between CUNY and the Historical Society. I think underrepresented communities, including the LGBTQ community, are often poorly archived and documented because they've often been underground histories. And so there are conversations happening now about how do we reclaim those histories, how do we make them manifest in ways that they've been ignored.
When our students come to the capstone having really finished all their coursework, they are tasked with creating a new museum or cultural institution or cultural initiative. The imagination that is informed by our students' lived experience is something that I would not necessarily have anticipated. So I see that on the ground, that kind of application of lived experience and museum studies expertise happening in the capstone and hopefully in the museum world and beyond as these students seek jobs.